What's up, y'all? 6 months left up in this year. Don't y'all forget to work hard for these next 6 months. For real. Don't push yourself. It's gonna be hard. I know. Don't push yourself and work hard for the rest of this year.
Welcome back to Audit Zone. Deputy Alan Gaston with the Lucas County Sheriff's Office went to the office of the Internal Revenue Service in Toledo, Ohio. Deputy Gaston wore his full uniform and had his service weapon. It seemed he took permission from his department to sort out his personal issue concerning a mail he got from the IRS. Upon entering the IRS building, Seth Eklund, a security guard at the federal facility, stopped the deputy. Gaston told the security guard that he was only there on personal business and not official duty. Due to Eklund's knowledge of the federal law, he asked the deputy to remove his
Bro, you are security. Bro, security really be thinking like they gotta say so over the police. Security really be feeling like they police, bro, and I really can't stand that about freaking security guards, because these niggas really be thinking that they police. Whenever I worked at Nike and we had to go in, we had to remove everything out of our pockets or whatnot so they can make sure we didn't have no weapons. We had to go through like this metal detector gate. And them folks really be thinking they police, bro. They ain't even have a gun or like a taser or nothing. They didn't have a baton. They have a taser. They have pepper spray. They have a gun. They have nothing. And them niggas really felt like they was police, bro. I can't stand security guards. Security guards really worse than the police for real, bro. Like, they really be thinking they police.
duty belt and gun. The deputy refused to obey the directive, and that escalated the encounter. One of the other IRS staff called 911.
Bruh, you are not police. This cop could really shoot him right now. Bruh, you're not police.
Deputy Gaston later claimed he had been to the facility before in his police attire. The security guard he met previously respected his position as a law enforcement officer and didn't instruct him to unarm himself. Eklund seemed to have a strong knowledge of the law concerning possessing.
You can tell that security guard ain't got none going on up in his life. I mean, look at him. He don't be getting no play.
Weapons at a federal facility.
Look at him.
It appeared that was why he directed the deputy to remove his service weapon. Title 18, Section 930 of the U.S. Code addresses the issue of possession of firearms and dangerous weapons in federal facilities. Under subsection G1, the term federal facility is defined as a building or part thereof owned or leased by the federal government, where federal employees are regularly present for the purpose of performing their official duties. The IRS building where Deputy Gaston went meets this definition. Subsection G2 also defined dangerous weapon as a weapon, device, instrument, material, or substance, animate or inanimate, that is used for or is readily capable of causing death or serious bodily injury. The deputy's service weapon clearly met the criteria of this definition. Subsection A then states that whoever knowingly possesses or causes to be present a firearm or other dangerous weapon in a federal facility other than a federal court facility or attempts to do so shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year or both. However, subsection D1 clarifies that subsection A shall not apply to the lawful performance.
It doesn't apply to police. Like, bro, police get away with so much stuff, and I ain't even dissing this officer, because that's just common sense, bro. He's the law. You're a security guard. Security. Your little badge does not matter in the outside world. It just matters in that building. Bro, I really think he was doing something.
Of official duties by an officer, agent, or employee of the United States, a state, or a political subdivision thereof, who is authorized by law to engage in or supervise the prevention, detection, investigation, or prosecution of any violation of law. The key words in that code were official duties. Deputy Gaston told Eklund he was only at the facility to sort out his personal issue. According to the U.S. Code, Gaston was technically not supposed to enter the building with his service weapon since he was not on official duties. That might explain why the security guard asked him to remove his weapons. After Gaston refused to remove his weapon, the security guard seemed to raise his voice as he continued to order the deputy.
No, he wanted his ass kicked. Bro, you can tell he's not gonna whoop this officer. If they went hand to hand, he is not whooping this officer, bro. He looks too much like a nerd. He takes his job too seriously. He just like he don't get no play.
Gaston was startled by Eklund's behavior. The deputy instinctively placed his hands around his waist, close to his weapons. The security guard interpreted that as the deputy preparing to draw out his weapon. So Eklund drew out his own firearm and pointed it at the deputy. Upon seeing that, Gaston decided,
"Bro, you are a security guard. You finna get in a shootout with the police. You're a security guard." He's acting like he's security of Bank of America, bro. This is a whole cop right here. He's not even in like, it ain't even like he's really treating this dang officer like he's like a regular civilian.
To leave.
He's a cop.
Eklund blocked him from using the elevators, alleging that he was already detaining Gaston. Several officers of the
How can you detain him, bro? He's the whole cop.
Toledo Police Department responded to the 911 call and heard both sides of the incident.
Bro, get the security guard up out of here, bro.
I stopped up here to ask a question.
With his punk ass.
Gentlemen, I need to talk to you before he talks to you.
We're right here.
Bro, your little badge does not matter in the outside world.
Okay, again, I stopped up to ask a question. You want to pull aside, it's fine. I stopped up to ask a question about some tax situation. When I walked in, he said, "If you're up here on official business," I said, "No."
That gentleman out there, he's not here on official business. He came in here with his weapons. I told him he couldn't have them. He had his hands on his weapons. I told him to remove his hands from his weapons. He didn't listen. I drew on him.
Even if he's an officer?
You're not allowed to have your weapons on federal property. Even us, even you, unless you're here on official business, which right now you're responding to a call. If you're on official business, you're good to go.
He said, "Well, you can't leave your weapon up here. You're going to have to take everything off." I said, "Well, do you have a locker?" He said, "No, we don't. You're going to have to take it to the car." And I said, "Well, I have been up here once before."
310, you can have the air.
And they never said, nah. So another gentleman stood up and said, "Hey, you got to do what he says or you're being disruptive," I believe he said.
I wasn't here.
No, I'm just saying. I said, "Okay." And I said, "That's fine." I just said, "But there's no locker, and this is what I'm doing." I said, "So there's no locker?"
You still got it on you, right?
Yeah, it's officer.
Yeah, I still got mine. He still got his gun.
And there's film to see, and he goes, "Get your hands off your gun." I said, "Get your hands off your weapon." I said, "I don't have my hands on my weapon." He immediately goes and he draws his weapon out, points it at me. I said, "What is wrong with you?" And I said, "I'm leaving." Yeah. He follows me out. He said, "It's too late now. You're going in cuffs." So he follows.
Bro, I know these officers wearing black, but this security guard really think he one of the boys in blue. You're not a fucking cop. You're a punk ass security guard. Act like it.
I was around the corner here, and I said, "You need to go back inside." I hit the elevator to get off. He said, "No." He said, "No, you're not getting off."
Did you even, say anything to him that he
I
shouldn't?
told him, I asked him, "Are you here on official business?" He said, "None." Okay, you have to take your weapons off the property. You cannot have them here. He asked me if it was someplace where he could store them. I said, "No, there's no place here on the property that you can store them. You're gonna have to take them off the property."
What's the law? What's the law as far as somebody bringing? I understand you're.
And this is just how I'm saying.
What's the law of bringing in firearms in the government and when you're? He's not on official, even though he's on counting. He's on counting time. This we'll check all the records you have to do, but he's coming here on personal business, and he's not an official business. So he can't bring his firearm.
As long as he's in uniform,
But he's on uniform.
But he's not on official business.
doesn't matter. As long as he's in uniform, because, I mean, what if he, and here's my what if. What if he just got off shift or was going to take care of this because he doesn't live in the city or close to here before he goes home? Okay, and then it just, and I'm just playing devil's advocate for you so you can understand. Say he does put all of his stuff in his car and locks his car up, somebody breaks in and steals all of his stuff. Now we got some criminal running around.
He probably shouldn't be here on
you know what I'm saying?
time either, you know.
Well,
I just came to ask a simple question.
That's up to him.
And I got just trying to get all the facts.
He said, "Call because this." Yeah. Yes. He pointed his gun at me.
Arrest that son of a bitch.
You can't point your gun at.
They said arrest that son. Bruh, he can't point his gun at an officer, bro. He took an oath. You're a security guard. A security guard. You pointed your gun at an officer. And if the officer would have shot back, it done been a whole problem.
Someone. This isn't even a life-threatening situation. And I turned around and walked away, and he he's still pointing at me straight.
Yeah.
In front of other civilians.
I didn't see that.
My whole
There's
issue,
cameras here. There's cameras. There are cameras here. Please look at your cameras.
my whole issue is that he's in uniform. I mean,
That's common sense.
it's clear that he is a deputy.
No,
That's like when
Call
I was
the
coming up here
captain,
dressed
bro.
like
I
this.
was told about this after the fact.
Yeah, no, and I'm just saying, I mean, he can walk over to the government building and walk anywhere in government center he wants dressed like that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I mean, now if I go over there and I'm in civilian,
He is meant to protect and serve. What if some pop off up in the federal building? If it was between a cop and a security guard protecting my life in a federal building, bro, I'm taking the cop. That security guard. Cause that nigga, 9 times out of 10, I mean, I ain't even gonna say that, but this one has a gun, but usually most security guards don't even have guns. But I guess they gave this fool one because he in a federal building.
clothes, I have to secure my weapon.
This is what happened. This is what happened to me. Okay, I was told that there was a security incident, and I didn't know. I didn't know.
He is a hothead, and he's a wannabe, and he's going to cause some issues.
Thank you, officer. He's a hothead and a wannabe.
We came up
So I came in, and I thought you were here to help, and I didn't know it was.
No, it wasn't me. And you know what? I figured this guy's got some issues, so I'm gonna just leave anyway. No, it's too late. I'm putting cuffs on you. Stop. And he comes out and he's screaming while pointing his gun at me. So when I pull my phone out to take a picture of it, he puts it away. I said, well, there's cameras in there anyway.
Yeah. Personally, I'd haul his ass in.
Bro, this cop could really take this to court. I hope he took this to court and sued this man. Because he can't do that. That's a whole... And the fact that he's a black officer, bro. I mean, any officer. And in the fact that he's even black. This could be any officer. Asian, Hispanic, white.
I don't care if he's a FPS employee or not. There's no fucking reason. I quit carrying my gun up here when I was sworn. Because they said, well, you can't have it in here. I could go to the 7th floor.
Yes, I can go to the 7th, and that's where I go.
Bro, you're a fucking security guard. Of course you can only carry it inside the building.
I'm in the building all the time. I serve subpoenas over here. So they have no problem with it.
Right.
And I only had one question. Once they said that, okay, I'll leave. He had a hard-on for me from the minute I walked in.
Who said a hard
And then
on?
you drew on him?
He had his hands on his weapon. I gave him ample time. I told him fewer than 3 times to get his hands off his weapons. He wouldn't alternate from having his hand on his pistol to having his hand on his teeth to having his hand on his baton. So I told him to turn around, put his hands up, and get his hands on his weapon. And he didn't listen. Then he turned around and he was drew my gun on him.
Once he walked away?
I mean, he was facing me at first. I drew my weapon, told him to turn around, and they kept on walking. I still had my weapon out, but I wasn't pointing at his back. Well, I'm here, and I've cut him here because he was violating my directives, and he just can't be here.
Man, I can't stand y'all security guards that act like y'all police, bro. Y'all really be thinking y'all above the law.
Weapons, he wasn't listening.
Well,
Where did this happen? At right here or in the
Inside of the federal property.
if he was walking away, then obviously he was leaving.
Yeah, the problem was he had ample time to listen to my directives before that. At the time that he was walking away, it was after I told him to turn around and put his hands up.
You have a sign posted?
It's posted on both of the entrances here. It's posted as you go in there, no weapons allowed.
That's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Because he can carry in the building.
It's posted
Maybe
on
not
the
up
building.
here.
I don't have any weapons. I mean, it's on every entrance. It's also posted no fewer than 2 times before you go into there. It's posted.
Well, I get that, but as far as I know, we are all allowed in this building on unofficial business. Maybe not your office,
Yeah.
but up here in the whole building, I'm pretty sure that we can. Well, but I don't know, but we're not really concerned about that now. We're just talking about what happened in the office.
Yeah, I mean, I gave him the information right as soon as he came in. He refused to leave right off the bat. Kept on refusing to leave. And then it became a non-choice for him afterwards. He had his choice, and he didn't listen.
Man, this security guard is so lame. He can't even raise his voice and say he know he in a heap of trouble. He already know he is. He screwed up. This nigga sound like a whole commercial ad that come up on TV.
Cameras up here, so I'll make sure there's just scrap that safety. Sure, it's gonna be on camera.
What's his reason?
He's saying that since it's a federal building and the offices up here, that no one's allowed, regardless of status, to have a firearm in the building.
Really?
Yeah.
What's he got on him?
This is not a federal building.
No, it's not.
This is a federal office there, but from there down, it's public.
Right.
This is our suspect with the gun. I'm gonna leave it. It was gone. Then we'll let it.
Bro, really? The dang security guard is the suspect, bro. He pointed his gun at an officer. Let's continue. Let's see what happens.
Tell me right now.
What's the legal ramifications of that?
I mean,
I'm not a lawyer.
No, well, neither are we.
So, not any sense.
You know, I mean, the sad part is they're both. It's not that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad he didn't pull a gun on me because I would have probably pulled mine on him. But
I started to disarm him.
Yeah,
But I didn't. I just.
The only thing is he feels that he was in the right. Now I don't know what your guys' rules are, and I know it says no firearms. The only problem is.
But common sense. He has no common sense.
I know.
Okay.
He shouldn't be here.
It would be different if he walked up here and was in city clothes and had a shirt on, and then he seen his shirt move and he had a gun on.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Makes
Exactly what I said. It'd be different if that cop went up in there in civilian clothes and had a gun on him. He is in uniform.
a huge difference. Or Joe Schmuck off the streets walks up here and it's open carry and he's got his gun hanging out. It's downstairs, no weapons.
When I got in the elevator to leave, he kept his gun out and kept his foot on the elevator. You're not going anywhere. Are you kidding me?
Who's that?
Well, I gotta go back in there, but
Well, you gotta wait out here, because you were the one that called and we gotta get this cleared up.
yeah, and you were responding on official business, you can come in there.
No, you gotta wait out here, sir.
I'm sorry, man, but I've got my directions from the Federal Protective Service, I have to listen to them.
Where is your...
They ain't talking to this cop right here. They talking to the security guard. This dude really think he above the law. That's crazy. He really think he a police officer.
It's right here, right?
Yes, sir. I have my duties to perform, I have to get back to him.
All right, well, hold on 1 second, okay, man?
This nerd needs to have his ass kicked, bro.
You know,
Let me run it with my sergeant real quick.
This incident probably won't have escalated further if Eklund had not prevented the deputy from using the elevator. However, again, the security guard was just being overzealous and seemed to be following the law to the letter. Under section 2903.21 of the Ohio Revised Code, it is stated that no person shall knowingly cause another to believe that the offender will cause serious physical harm to the person or property of the other person, in addition to any other basis for the other person's belief that the offender will cause serious physical harm to the person or property of the other person. The other person's belief may be based on words or conduct of the offender that are directed at organization that employs the other person. Subsection C clarified that, as used in this section, organization includes an entity that is a governmental employer. Whoever violates this section is guilty of aggravated menacing. Based on the...
Yeah, this cop gets... Not this cop. This security guard is getting fired, bro. He's getting fired. The cop don't even have his gun drawn. But this security guard feel like he needs his gun drawn.
This Ohio Revised Code, it seemed Eklund believed Gaston was a fake cop who came to the federal facilities to cause havoc. His suspicion was likely solidified after the deputy refused to obey his directives. Eklund's suspicion may be justified because there are numerous reports of people using police uniforms to commit heinous acts. For example, on January 1st, 2023, a 19-year-old Tennessee man named Jackson Jones was arrested after he wore a sheriff's deputy uniform and started conducting traffic stops. Also, on April 3rd, 2023, an 18-year-old guy named Christian Mansour claimed to be a Detroit police officer while he attempted to pull over an off-duty officer. After realizing he was dealing with a real officer, he tried to flee but was caught. Eklund maintained he acted based on federal law. He continued to maintain his overzealous approach to his security job. That made all of the responding officers consider him abnormal. They all seemed to be in support of Deputy Gaston.
The security guard, according to
Rightfully
the
so.
said you're not allowed to have your gun in here
At all.
You know,
No one.
at all. You can't. You got to go. So he proceeded proceeded to basically have a conversation with him like, really? Yeah. I mean, I'm a deputy. And at that point...
Who is this, the sergeant?
A locker up.
Yeah, he wants to take his gear off and everything. Right.
The
so
captain?
he draws his gun basically and points it at him, so he goes to leave.
Because this is what he says. I'm doing like this. I said, you telling me? I said, you're telling me? He said, get your hands off your weapon. I said, what are you talking about? I'm just like this. He said,
he doesn't understand.
Okay, let me talk to him.
Is he okay to go back down to that office for now? It's right there.
I don't think so.
No. Okay. He's telling us he just got the call.
From what I'm hearing right now, he needs to go.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I may be. From what I understand.
Yeah, well, I agree.
Call 212. Run that by him because I don't think he should be.
I agree.
You got his. What was his side of the?
He was trying to tell me we're not allowed in this building. Period.
Right.
There we are.
Yeah.
No. I'm on the 7th floor. I get you.
Yeah, you're as far as I'm.
In that office.
So now you got his side.
Office. You know, he's a time bomb.
Yeah.
He was goofy as hell.
How did he get a gun? I know, me too. I was cool.
Who are these other guys?
I have this one. So who's this guy right here?
He has something to do with the building. He's not his boss, but he obviously works for the IRS.
Okay, so this is a federal building.
No, there's a federal office.
This is a federal office.
Yeah.
The building belongs to city.
Federal office.
Whoa, he should be only in the office and he got nothing to do with this mess.
CPS or something like that, security. Then he's sitting there telling us you can't have a gun in the building. I'm like, well, then why is he walking around with a gun? He's allowed to have a gun.
No doubt. No. Call 212 and make sure we get this done.
Why didn't you say to 911 that he was a deputy sheriff? That was
I did tell him.
because I don't think they told us.
I called the FPS. I told him it was a deputy sheriff that was refusing my directions. If they had
Yeah.
the information I have.
Yeah, they might not have.
Did you feel threatened in any way?
Yes.
How so?
He had his hand.
Yeah, he felt threatened, bro. He had his gun aimed at him. He had his gun drawn. The cop didn't even have, the cop didn't even come off as like irate or nothing.
He wasn't listening to my directions.
Did he draw? Did he act like he was going to draw?
He had his hands on his weapons. He was not listening to my directions, and he had weapons here when he
Oh, they talked to the security guard, bro. Shut up.
wasn't supposed to.
But common sense says he's law enforcement. Yeah, he's here on government time, and his government time. He shouldn't be here. But did he say? Did he draw his weapon? Does he have a holster?
A lot of times we go like this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, but
You know. No. Well, was he like this, or was his hand?
He had his hand here.
It's all on camera, bro. Don't even lie. It's all on
He had
camera.
his hand on the handle. That, to me, tells me you're about ready to draw.
So we need to determine if there's going to be any legal ramifications on this either way.
We're going to have to work that out. We're going to call our detective bureau right now and talk to them real quick. So.
Did you tell him that he doesn't want to listen to our directives and wants to go back?
I didn't really tell him that as much about
As far as I'm concerned, I had to get back to my duties.
No. We got to call your boss.
Listen, do not make this worse, man. Okay, please.
I'm contracted by the Federal Protective Service. I have to get back to my job.
I'm going to call
You called 9.
Bruh, shut up. Talking about you gotta get back to your Federal Protective Services. Nigga think he army or the police or something. Shut up.
911, and now you want to
I did not call 911.
Who did?
That gentleman did.
I'm going to call your boss right now, and then we're going to call Brandon.
How far is that room away? It's right there, right?
Yes, sir.
Nobody's going to go in there with all of us here. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why
Is that what you're? Is that?
I'm going to call Toledo.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's like 6 police officers up there. Ain't nothing finna happen, bro. You are security. I'm pretty sure everyone in that building feel way more protected with the police up in there than a dang security guard. There's 6 of them and one of you, bro. Nigga think he RoboCop.
No, but is that your concern?
What's the concern?
That somebody's going to go in there?
No, there are 2 taxpayers in there right now.
I told them to go sit in their car until it was
Oh, okay.
Right
So
there.
I think only criminal investigation is allowed to look at it.
Sir, stay here for us, please, unless you're staying right there.
I'm staying right over here.
Okay.
It's real confusing as
what's
far
wrong
as.
with him?
This guy's a boob. At what point?
Pillsbury Doughboy built that security cop. Security,
He's in full uniform. guys.
whatever.
He's going on everything.
I mean, he's screaming. I'm like, okay, this guy's dumb. So I'm gonna just leave.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Good.
Okay, I got your info.
But like I said, the witnesses.
No, they already got his info.
The witnesses that actually saw what happened were the tax.
Look at him. He can't even stand with his chest out and own up to what he just did. He looking like a little boy. Look at him.
That guy was an officer? The guy that you...
Hey, soy boy.
Was a police officer?
Yeah, he's a deputy sheriff.
Either way, he ain't allowed to have it in here.
No, he's not.
Maybe not in
Unless he's on official business responding, he cannot be in here.
I did not know he...
So, okay, we've separated that. He can't be in that office.
I didn't know he was an officer.
He's in full uniform.
But it wouldn't have mattered.
Dude said, how did you not know he an officer, bro? He is in uniform. The chick just said that. Dude is in, how do you not know he's an officer?
It wouldn't have mattered to me anyway. But, you know, I probably would have been a little slower calling the police. I just went out and said, look, you got to follow the instructions of the guard. I don't care if you're the mayor or the congressman or whoever. You still, if he tells you leave this office or one of us tells you to leave, you got to leave. Okay.
Hey, man. How you doing? Been better. So,
Said no red crime or find him.
hey, what's up, guys?
He's going to point a gun at you.
He pulled a gun out on me.
Are we going to arrest him?
Yeah, he's finna be arrested, bro. I don't know who this is. It's like the colonel, the captain, but it said internal affairs. Lucas Sheriff Department Internal Affairs. I don't know if this the colonel, the captain, or what he is, but he most likely the captain, bro, because he ain't up in all black.
I came up to ask you. We're arresting him?
Yeah, dude is in a heap of it.
We're going to do you
Put him in them chains.
Oh, he talked to Dan. He talked to Gertman.
What did he say?
Stand by on a report, get their information. If IA with you guys needs to call him, I'll give you guys his number. And then we got to go talk to him afterward.
I was expecting to show up because all he said was, yeah, it's just a black male, and they give no description of no clothing, never said he was a deputy, nothing. So I'm waiting to show up and just have some black guy walking around in cities. I get off the elevator, he's standing here, and I'm like,
Who said this some black guy?
I come here and play clothes all the time with my badge and gun on. I go to any floor I want to go to.
it's crazy. Well, he's trying to say this is a federal building. I'm like, no, that may be a federal office. This is not a federal building. As a matter of fact, it's for Seagate. The city owns the damn thing, as far as I know.
As of this incident, Eklund was an employee of Paragon Systems Incorporated and Praetorian Shield Incorporated. When the employer heard about the incident, they allegedly fired Eklund the same day.
Like I said, he getting fired for pointing his gun at a motherfucking officer, nigga. You not above the law. You just a security cop.
Deputy Gaston later filed a lawsuit against Eklund and his employer.
Yo, like I said, sue him.
He claimed he was falsely imprisoned. He also claimed to have sustained severe emotional and psychological distress and suffered extreme personal trauma. Surprisingly, the deputy's wife was also listed as a plaintiff because she allegedly suffered due to what happened to her husband.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, they are stretching this. Bro, he trying to get the max amount of money he can get, bro.
The Lucas County Prosecutor's Office also charged Eklund with 2 counts of aggravated menacing, though the security guard pleaded not guilty in Toledo Municipal Court.
Send his punk ass straight to jail.
In September 2019, that criminal case was ordered to mediation. In February 2020, it was reported that Eklund was charged with simple assault, a first-degree misdemeanor. He withdrew a prior plea and entered a plea of no contest. He was found guilty and sentenced to a suspended sentence of 6 months. He was also placed on active probation for 1 year and must undergo mental health counseling and a gun safety class. He also cannot own a gun during his probation. As of recording this video...
Dang, dude got 6 months and a year of probation. And he gotta take a... Dang. It ain't that bad. I feel like he should at least got a year or 2 up in jail. 6 months. Kind of got off with that little 6 months, but, you know, we'll take it. But, alright, y'all. I'm see y'all up in the next video. Peace.